And now here's my segment of Through the Eyes of Jay the Great. I told you guys before that I was going to start each show bringing you different topics and things that people come to me for, and calling it Through the Eyes of Jay the Great. So one of the things was college. A lot of people come to me and they say, listen, college, don't do this. I don't have time to rack up debt. I'm not a school person, whatever it may be. Let me just say this. As much as you can say a lot of people with degrees that don't have a job or a career, I could tell you a lot of people that has degrees that have jobs and careers. And a college or a school or a trade doesn't guarantee you a career. It doesn't guarantee you work. It complements your intelligence. It puts credentials behind your hard work and your grind. So the same way in the Bible it says, if you're a biblical person, it says prayer and faith without work is dead. Okay? A degree, a certificate, any endorsement without hard work, grind, focus, plan, and determination is dead. So if you thought you were just going to get this piece of paper and doors was going to open up for you, then that's why it's not working for you. Okay? But we have to stop that old school of thinking that, I don't need this and I don't need that. It depends on where you're trying to go in your life. If you don't like your line of work, if you want more out of your life, then you got to be a student of life. And to be a student, you got to constantly learn, right? When you block the ability to learn, then you're stuck in your ways, right? That's stupidity. That's ignorancy. You're blocking yourself growth. You got to learn. So what led me to go back to school, I didn't look at the college debt. I didn't look at what the negatives of it. I looked at that I've always had hustle. But it was certain meetings that I was getting in, I wouldn't understand the lingo, right? So you can't be talking about you want to be the successful entrepreneur, but you don't know international lingo. Like people that do big business that you want to do, they can have a 1-minute conversation with you and tell if um, you know, that type of conversation, that big stuff. Your heart could get you there. Your hard work and your determination, that's not the question. But when they sit down and say, okay, do you know how to put this together, or do you know how to do X, Y, Z, or what's your core process, and you gotta know these things. You gotta know those things, and the way you learn those things is going to school. Period. It doesn't matter. People always say, well, I'm not a school person. Then be a trade person. Go get a trade, or go get a certificate. Nowadays they got certificate programs, but you got to get something behind just your good heart or your goodwill or your good nature. That's not going to change anything. When you look at these successful companies, they're smart. They went to school. Like no one, everybody talks about Facebook. No one talks about the young boy. He went to Harvard. Like it's things that people leave out. Like we always talk about how great such and such is, but we don't talk about the road they took, how they had to go re-educate themselves, how they had to, go and learn. If you don't want to go to school, go intern and volunteer somewhere for free. But you gotta get taught. You gotta learn a different way. You can't be talking about you want better for your life, but you're not willing to go put in the hard work to bring change to your life. So you can't keep doing the exact same thing, not learning anything new, not trying to peak no growth, but you want your life to be like that. That doesn't make any sense. So we have to, stop looking at it from a negative spiel. Yeah, I get it. It's like, oh, well, I don't have time for college debt. Nobody does. But that's why you're supposed to put a plan together and work your plan. Because then you pay it off. You go get debt for cars, clothes, popping bottles, a mortgage, but you won't go get debt for something that can change not just your life, but the generations to come. And if you think you're one of those people that's, well, I got a great idea and I'll just go hire the people with degrees. If you don't know anything about that business but your good idea, go do your history about a business. That's how lawyers and managers have taken advantage of people, robbed you blind. Because not only do you not know the contracts or the lingo, you got a great vision, but you didn't know how to protect your business. You didn't know how to trademark it. You didn't, nothing, zero, right? So it's important to go get educated, and to each his own. It doesn't matter how you get educated. I'm just saying that we have to stop looking at, everything in a negative light, because it's positive to having an education. It's a positive to having those credentials behind you. It's a positive having those things to complement your intelligence and your hard work. So the next time someone, tries to stop you or diminish you from going to college or hiring yourself, let them know. Listen, it's the odds are better on that side than it is on the opposite side, especially when you're coming from all heart, because all heart can get you to the table. But if you don't know what the hell you're talking about, you don't know how to put together a plan, you don't know none of the things that they're going to throw at you, they're going to pass. Your heart is not going to get you the deal. It got you that far. But believe me, business people, everything got to line up. Everything got to total up. And you got to know that lingo. And money people know if you know that lingo or not. Hence probably why you can't get over that hump. You keep trying to figure out, why can't I get past this part? Why can't... That's why. There's no easy way to 10. It's every step. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got to take every step. Period. And what's great about those steps is you never know when you're going to need to utilize step 2, step 6. It's certain things that I'm learning going back to school, and now things are becoming easier for me. And then I'll remember that I read something in the chapter before. I remember, and it's like, that's what it's for. Like, you might not need all that at this particular time, but trust me, through those courses, that's what make greats like Oprah and certain people, that's what make them smart and great business people, because they went through all those steps. So they ready and can plan and prepare for any and everything, So educate yourself. Be a student and constantly educate yourself. Don't never block yourself from education. All right, that's my thought on college. You got to educate yourself. Volunteer, intern, college, certificate courses. Research it, but educate yourself in some way, shape, form. Don't self-educating. You can keep teaching yourself, but how far is that going to get you? All right, because when we teach ourselves, we make the rules up. So that's my spiel on it. I think it's a great idea. I went back to school. I'm still in school, right? So keep it locked, man. That's my spiel through my eyes. I'm gonna hit y'all with some more music, and we'll be back in a minute.